Greetings and salutations. It is Patchini The Great, the Cosmic Kinect, coming through on this 14th of October under this new moon that is approaching around 12:50, 12:40 is Central Standard Time. So do the math, do your adding and subtracting, whether you are in Pacific Time, Mountain Time, or in Eastern Time. So get prepared for the new moon and the annular solar eclipse that is happening on this Saturn day of the 14th of October. This new moon is happening in Libra. And this is an annular eclipse. And an annular eclipse is an eclipse that tends to be smaller than the sun, hence that ring of fire. So when you go outside around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, you will be able to see that ring of fire. The moon has orbited far away from Earth and the sun, and so therefore it appears smaller and will not cover up the sun completely like a normal lunar eclipse. So it prevents a whole spread of darkness and creates that little circle of light, aka the ring of fire, because the sun is a big ball of fire. It's a star. It is also in the apogee state. And when we're at apogee, instead of perigee means that the moon is close. The energies will be magnified, but it's at apogee. So the moon is further away. So the intensity is lessened when it comes to this phase of the moon. This is also considered a micro moon. And of course, micro meaning small and super meaning big. So this is not like the super moon that we just had. This is a micro new moon. So the effects are smaller. The appearance is smaller, but the energy is still transformational. With this being in Libra, Libra deals with the kidneys. It deals with the lower back and those areas, the thymus glands and all of that. And so with this moon being in Libra, this is the perfect time to start working on being not only hydrated, but strengthening your kidneys by staying hydrated with water, getting the necessary nutrients and things in that into your system, doing Pilates or yoga, stretching out your lower back, working on that region to make sure that you are in balance with this alignment. This new moon in Libra is bringing nothing but new connections, new relationships, new possibilities and opportunities. And in just a moment, I will fully go down the line of the 12 zodiacs and how this new moon in Libra is going to affect, or what's the new for you under this alignment. Time to remove any stagnant energy, removing relationships, connections that are no longer serving us, that are not amplifying us, that are not elevating us. It's time to remove that energy so that we can have room for the new. This is the time to gain balance in our lives and to seek support in others who will help with balance in our lives. So this new moon in the cosmos falls under Libra while the descendant is in Taurus. The descendant deals with our relationships, our partnerships. And whenever the descendant is in Taurus, we need from our partners that bold, direct energy. We need them to be focused. We need that stability, that focus, and that determination in our lives. And that's what the descendant in Taurus is going to bring us. While the vertex is in Gemini under this new moon, we are to expect to operate with logic and with logic and facts. And within that logic and facts, with communicating, it can stir up some arguments. But within that argumentative state, remain logical, remain factual. Pull up the receipts, get the proof, and anything you need to back up and validate your point, your view. This is also the time, to embrace your ideas. This is the time to communicate and express on a broader level. Express how you feel and become that spokesperson. You guys, Geminis right now, make the best. I have an eyelash in my eye and it's irritating me, but I'm a persevere. I'm not going to get distracted by that. So Geminis are great communicators, and so this is the perfect time to be a spokesperson. Be a spokesperson for yourself or a spokesperson for someone else that you hold dear and near to your heart. The MC is in Leo. And while the MC is in Leo right now, under this new moon in Libra, it is the best opportunity to become enthusiastic and to be creative, and not just being creative and enthusiastic, but also using that determination and that eagerness to accomplish the different goals that we have set out for us. Libra is lit up right now. We have Mercury, which is how we communicate, how we learn, how we perceive and receive information. And right now, communication should be balanced. We should be seeking understanding. We should be communicating with like-minded individuals and things of that nature. The sun, of course, is in Libra. My solar return is tomorrow, soon day. And with the sun being in Libra, this is a good time to harmonize, communicate, socialize, just get out and be around other people and see how things work out. Also, the fortune is in Libra. And whenever the fortune is in Libra, things tend to pay off for the things that we do for others. Yes, we were supposed to take a break with doing things for others around the summertime, but now we have transitioned into the fall equinox. We are under a new moon, aka a new month, and a new energy. So with Libra being the supporter, the partner, the balancer, the communicator, well, not necessarily the communicator, the socializer, this is the time to do things for others so that we also can find reward in that. Selfishness is back at an all-time high for us Libra energy. So do unto others, bring balance into the situation, and just get ready to tap into that ascendant Scorpio energy, because Scorpio is rising right now, and Scorpios love their privacy. They are very private people, and a lot of times when things start shining, this is when you can find a Scorpio starting to retreat or go into their shell or their cave or underground, because they're very private. They really don't like all that spotlight and all of that attention and extraness brought to them or around them. So right now, while they're rising, this is the time to be seen and present, just showing up and being seen and being present, and the energy is enough. But this can be uncomfortable for you Scorpio energy, and this can cause you guys to want to go and retreat. But be present, show up, be seen, be heard, be understood, but hold on to your privacy. That's for a good example of that is, okay, you done got booked for a gig. You're going out and performing. You're being seen. You're being heard. But you keeping that performance private. You're not boasting and posting it on social media. You're not inviting people to it. You're just going to do what you love in private, but in public. You know, that might go over some people's head, but if you know, you know. If you understand, you understand. And the IC, which deals with our childhood, is in Aquarius. And whenever the IC is in Aquarius, this is a reminder and the time and the opportunity to be free, to be ourselves, to be true to ourselves, to be authentic and our true, genuine personalities, and just being happy and creative beings. This is the opportunity and the time to be that creative being and embrace our uniqueness, our attributes, ourselves, and be true to ourselves, loyal to our true identities, not a facade, not an imposter, and not who others want us to be or who they think or wish we should be. So getting back into this new moon, for the Aries, this new moon brings new connections. These new connections can come in the form of a romantic partnership, or it can come in the form of a new business relationship. But new connections are in store for you, Aries. And these new connections are going to bring balance and support into your life. And Aries are independent. They really don't like depending on other people. They really don't like asking for anything. But this is the opportunity to get out that comfort zone and ask for support and help. Because the support that you ask for right now is going to be received and given by those who are within balance and within alignment with your vision and purpose. For the Taurians, this new moon in Libra brings you new beginnings, new beneficial beginnings, new opportunities to find pleasure in things that you have overlooked. Taurians tend to find pleasure in the material things in life. They like the finer things in life. They don't mind spending money on materialistic things, but this is the time to find pleasure in things that aren't materialistic, the things that you overlook. Find pleasure in that. So new beneficial, not artificial, but beneficial beginnings for you Taurians. Find that overlooked joy during this season. For Geminis, under this new moon in Libra, this is the time for you guys to socialize and network. This is going to bring new endeavors for you guys. These new endeavors can boost your creativity, and it is going to also bring in possibilities for a new romantic affair. Key word, romantic affair, meaning that this is not something that's going to be long term. This is just something for the time, for the moment, for the season. So don't get caught up in thinking that this is, if you do delve into that romantic aspect of alignment that's available, don't expect too much out of it. Get what you need out of it and move on. Now, for you Cancers, this new moon brings you guys new developments. This will be new developments in your housing, whether you are changing up your environment, you are transitioning to a new home, or your family. This is a new development season for you guys. New beginnings, new family resources, new residencies. This is a great time to prioritize your pleasure, how you seek pleasure, and prioritize that while focusing on that home aspect, because this new moon lights up the 4th house for your Cancers, and the 4th house for you guys is working with that home and that family, building that home and that family. For the Leos, this brings new skills. This new moon in Libra brings you the opportunity to enhance your skills. It brings the opportunity for you to build new connections, tap into socializing with others who are going to elevate you. For the Virgos, this new moon brings in new assets, new possessions, And these possessions, being in Libra, are going to be possessions and assets that you are going to share with others, or that you want to share with others, whether it is family, friends, or those that you hold close, near, and dear. This highlights your second house. Your second house of your possessions and your assets and all of that, which is ruled under the energy of Taurus. But Virgo, you guys are in the second house under this Libra new moon, and so your assets and your possessions are going to be highlighted, and it's going to be enough to where you can share, not being selfish. This is also the time. This is also the time to seek peace, doing things that you enjoy that brings you pleasure and peace. So new assets, new finances, peace and pleasure for the Virgos under this new moon in Libra. On to the Libras. This new moon in Libra brings us the opportunity of highlighting our first house and stepping into the spotlight, being the stars that we are, not being confused with autonomy and interdependence. This is the time to balance the autonomy and the interdependence. Just because it's highlighting our first house doesn't mean that we go at things alone this time. This just means that we need to learn how to balance being individuals and being codependent. Learning how to focus inward on what it is that we need, and allowing ourselves that time of automizing that interdependence. This is the time to rebrand ourselves. I'm having a lot of indigestion going on, so this video might be a little messed up for some of you guys watching it, but pay attention to the information and not me and all of these hormonal issues and shit I got going on. But rebranding ourselves, Libras, this is the time to rebrand ourselves. The brand, the image, the ideas that you had out there aren't working anymore. Rebrand, recalibrate, readjust, recreate, and be that star. Step into that spotlight and allow things to shine. For we have Mercury, we can communicate the way that we best know how, with balance and understanding. We have the moon, we can be emotional and express our emotions and our feelings freely the way we do with balance, and be ourselves, show our personality, because the sun is also in Libra and the fortune is in Libra. So we're gonna benefit for being ourselves, being social butterflies, and allowing ourselves to create balance and harmony in any and all situations is where it's at right now. For the Scorpios, this is highlighting your 12th house. Do not retreat. Take some time out and sit back for a little while, but do not retreat, because this is going to bring in new internal struggles. This 12th house is going to highlight the things that you are pleasurable about, but do this in private. You don't have to worry about being public with your passions, your pleasures, but don't retreat. Just, do things in private, work on your internal strategies. You don't have to just go out in the public and be seen by everybody, but just do not go underground into your shell. And if you do, use that time to, again, internalize your struggles. What's going on? What needs to be fixed? What needs to be adjusted? What needs to be recalibrated? And work on that alone and get that done. And then come back out and seek collaborations with those who are worthy of those collaborations. Sagittarians, This brings new social connections, new social beginnings, connecting with a new social group that's going to elevate you, push you guys, and drive you guys, and allow you guys to travel, allow you guys to explore, and allow you guys to expand, just as a Sagittarian does. So be prepared for these new social connections under this new moon in Libra, Sagittarians. Capricorns, this new moon in Libra brings new career opportunities. The new career opportunities for you guys are going to expand and prioritize your career endeavors, your professional passions. Get practical, get serious, level up, and master up, because the opportunity for a new career is available. Tired of doing what you've been doing? Want to get to a bigger bag? This is that time. Get out there and get to that bigger bag. Elevate in your career and master your craft. So when you move on to bigger and better things, it's flawless. The transition is smooth. Aquarians, this new moon in Libra brings upon new belief systems. Analyze, observe, fine-tune, rethink your belief systems, and usher in a new wave of understanding and how you see things. This is also the time for you Aquarians to discover things new in your spiritual realm. It might be a aspect or a source that you haven't experienced and haven't had the energy or the knowledge to, interjection again, to embrace. But now's the opportunity. So go out and embrace these new belief systems and gain a new understanding of yourself. Pisces, this new moon in Libra also brings you guys new assets and new finances. And these are the assets and finances that you are to share with your loved ones, your offsprings, your family, whether this is going to be in a form of inheritance, whatever the case may be. This is the season, the opportunity, and the time for you guys under the Pisces energy to receive new assets and new finances and new responsibilities that come with the new finances to help with sharing, caring, being compassionate and passionate, and the breadwinner. This is the season for the Pisces to be the breadwinner and to share those new financial endeavors with those close and near. And lastly, this new moon in Libra officially initiates cuffing season, because we don't have to worry about Mercury retrograde interfering with how we communicate and express ourselves, and we don't have to worry about Venus being in retrograde, because Venus in retrograde is breakup season, fling season. A lot of people tend to break up under the Venus retrograde because we got to take a step back and look and reevaluate things. And if we're not seeking and seeing that balance, it's not going to happen. So this is the energy of the new moon in Libra and what to expect from each zodiac. Aries, new connections. Taurus, new beneficial beginnings. Geminis, new endeavors. Cancers, new developments. For the Leos, new skills. For the Virgos, new money. For the Libras, new relationships. New partnerships. For the Scorpios, new internal struggles. Sagittarians, new social connections. Capricorns, new career and professional opportunities. Aquarians, new belief systems. And for the Pisces, new assets. So take heed of that. Use this energy to accomplish and receive. This is a new moon. Do your releasing. Do your banishing. Have yourself a ritualistic bath that cleanse and remove. Get out your onyx, your obsidian. Get your dark crystals and charge them under this energy to bring you love, balance, and harmony. Allow your aura to be filled with new opportunities, and allow yourself to forgive and to love unconditionally. Work on your heart space and your root, for we are on Saturn's day. And that is all from the Kozmic Kinect on this new moon in Libra. Galactic gratitude for your viewership, your listenership. And until the next video, enlightened elevation.